Hi everyone and welcome back. It's still Gamersyde, it's Driftwood speaking. Once again, I'm going to talk to you about Forza Horizon 4. This is the third season we're presenting. This is the fall with very nice colors and all, with the cigars that we found in one of the barns and that one of our friends actually fixed for us so you can actually enjoy the car. So this is the same house as before. We showed it for the winter video, and you can see that it looks pretty different now, you know, a lot more colorful and almost romantic, you know, that sort of it's a bit like Wuthering Heights without maybe the wind, and although there's actually wind, and without the you know, the very dramatic moments. So the purpose of this video is to show you the landscapes during the fall, obviously, but also different types of cars and some details we maybe haven't talked about yet and wanted to share with you in case you didn't notice, like you know, the water here on the car, which is not going to stay for long because we just you know, drove through a small, it's not really a river, it's more like a I don't know, like a creek or something. And so we are on top of one of the, you know, small mountains, probably in Scotland here, with the, you know, the dirt on the car a little bit, more like dust maybe, and this very nice house, cottage that we can actually stop to look at. But here's a BMW. We know you guys like this car. Just wanted to show you in high quality. We actually bought it during the live stream because you wanted to, and we thought that maybe you'd like to see it in all its glory. This is me trying to drive and to drift along this tiny dirt road. Doing an exceptional job here, but you know, the point was to again show you how it looks and to tell you how, you know, that the physics and the driving feels great. It's a very effective and efficient mix between arcade and simulation. And one of the beauty spots, we talked about that in the previous video, showcasing the spring, where now you have places you can actually look at, like in the crew, and you get a very nice view of the place and some points, whatever those points are. I can't remember exactly, to be honest. So one thing that you may not have noticed yet, unless you played the demo and, you know, like Miguel, you're really careful to look at all the details, is when you actually drive through water, so I guess like a small river or a lake or a pond or something, there's going to be water on the car, and it's going to evaporate little by little. You can see here, you know, and it's quite an impressive detail. It's something that I can't recall I saw before. Maybe I'm wrong. And oh yeah, and then yeah, sure, cockpit view too. Sometimes we forget that yeah, it's nice to show the cars so that everyone can enjoy how great they look. But there are cockpit views. There are actually two and different sort of views here with the back mono, back in Edinburgh, and the city looks incredible also in the sun. Very realistic. The shops, the inside of the shops or the restaurants, it's like in Spider-Man, but even more impressive, I would say, probably because there are fewer of them, so you know, they could actually pay even more attention to the way it actually looked. And again, look at the architecture. It's like we're back in PGR2, and if you're, you know, an old gamer like you know I am and Blim is, then you'll be just yeah, so happy to be back. There's always been a bit of PGR in the Forza Horizon series in the urban areas, and Edinburgh is actually quite big, you know, compared to the previous cities in the other games. So it's very nice. It's you know, all the more nice as you know, PGR doesn't exist anymore, and we, you know, we know that Forza Horizon in a way is a sort of heir to the series, just as it is for Rally Sport Challenge, by the way, as you'll see in a bit. And the autumn season is actually a good way to also remember Rally Sport Challenge and some of the you know, the stages, which looked incredible at the time on Xbox. Here's a let's take a look at the sea and the waves. And if you didn't know, the tech they're using here is actually that of Sea of Thieves, which is nice because, you know, it's not like you're going to see the sea very much. It's not about that. I mean, you're on the road or off-road, but you're not on the water, so it's really nice that they actually paid attention to every single detail. I really like this place, the lighthouse. It's reminiscent of where I'm from. I'm from Brittany. So this is very, except for the castles over there, the castle over there that I don't remember we have that in Brittany, and it is not near the beaches, but yeah, very nice place. Also, it's maybe because I like the UK and the coast so much too. Here's a Dodge Viper, in case you hadn't noticed. Very nice also car. And this castle that you can actually purchase, you know that you can purchase properties now, and each comes with a reward, or some rewards, like, you know, clothes or cars, or sometimes barn find indications, and yeah, it's really nice to be able to buy this one, although it's very expensive. So we're now on board of a Jeep, yeah, wrecking the wall and everything. And a bit of off-road gameplay, so you can see the sand just a bit when I switch views. Yeah, so terrain deformation again, and some small jumps. Yes, very nice. And then we're back on the road, wet road, windshield. The wipers are on. And it looks very nice, and I could say more. I'm going to say that a lot, and probably because I'm lost for words in a way, because I'm on my own trying to explain everything I see and you see, and like the clouds here with the drone, very nice sky again, especially with HDR on. This is SDR, obviously. And look at this, you know, a car parked in front of this farmhouse, and you know, those cars you can find sometimes, you know, parked somewhere and make the world a bit more lively. There isn't a lot of traffic, but you should know that there will probably be more when people start playing, as you know, there are AI cars, but also it's supposed to be filled with real players now. There are also wild animals, and their animations actually are actually very good. And the wind, look at the wind, and the trees. Again, it's really impressive what they've achieved in an open world. Although, yeah, the world itself is not bigger than before. I wish it were bigger, because I'd like to have even more places to explore. But yeah, I don't know if it's possible to make sure that everything looks absolutely perfect and unique when you have a much bigger map. So maybe for the next generation. Very nice farmhouse again here, and you're about to see a road that is a bit reminiscent of Rally Sport Challenge, with the leaves on the road and the trees and the colors. And yeah, and the windshield, of course, when it rains, also a very nice effect. It's nothing new really, and you know, most of the game is actually, you know, the same in terms of content, you know, except for a few minor additions. But yeah, it looks very nice. So we're about to park the car. It's still the Lamborghini here. And to show you the beauty spot, because we're back at the castle, so thought that why not show you the castle. The short cutscenes they have for the castle is actually by night, so it's a nice change, as we actually couldn't get you some night footage during the fall because we didn't have time. Well, I didn't have time. I still have the summer to cover, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that in time, because I don't know if the summer will be available before Tuesday, but I'll see. So this is one of the showcases where you have to drive against, well, anything but cars. So here it's a jet plane, and it's a nice showcase. As you know, they are all basically. It's never really challenging in that unless you really screw up, you're gonna win. Basically, it's more for the show and make you feel you're good, and to actually again look at the lighting here and the colors and the playing. And here, it's Rally Sport Challenge. Again, it's just we're in dirt rally in a way. It's like a rally game, and this is what the game is after all. Also, it's all this. It's rally, it's off-road and cross-country and street races, and also asphalt races. And I'm now taking you slowly toward the final part of this video. Thought that this old car would be perfect. Would be the best car to end this video. We're in the UK, so there's this sort of old-fashioned car. I'm going to switch to the view so you can see the puddles and the textures, but also the car. And we're going to stop at this house that I haven't bought yet, but maybe it's by the beach, so it's very nice. So until next time, take care and hope to see you very, very soon.